Myself Sfurti Sahare, and I'm a computer engineer from Bharati Vidyapeeth. And to be specific, I'm a computer engineer who refused to spend her next 50 years in front of her 15-inch MacBook. I wanted to do something. I wanted to do something which will give me that adrenaline rush every single morning when I get up. I wanted to do something which will test my spirit and which will satisfy my soul. And now, I'm a professional author and a speaker. I have written a book called Think and Win Like Dhoni. And today, I'm going to narrate the story of walking into this campus and how from this campus, I went on to write a national best-selling book in a span of 3 years. So I'm going to brief you about those 3 painful, sleepless years, 365 into 3, you can calculate. And I'm going to tell you certain things which maybe if you want to follow your passion and you are a Bharati alumni and if you are an engineer, this will give you certain drive to do something. So what I wanted to do, I wanted to do this. How many of you know him? Almost everyone? I wanted to interview Sourav Ganguly at his home. Crazy? I'm an engineer and I want to interview Sourav Ganguly at his home. This came when this was a newspaper when I was in 10th standard, barely 15 years old, and I've won a chess tournament. And in that chess tournament, few journalists came to me and asked, "Beta, aapko kya banna hai?" And I said, I want to interview Sourav Ganguly at his home. उसके बाद जैसे आप लोगों ने भी एक्सपीरियंस किया होगा, हम लोगों के पास सिर्फ 2 ही ऑप्शंस होते हैं, या तो आप मेडिकल करो या तो आप इंजीनियरिंग करो, isn't it? And I went and did my engineering. But throughout engineering, I was like, मुझे कुछ तो भी करना है. This is not meant for me. This is not meant for me. After my engineering, I joined an IT job. And I'll tell you the timeline of that job. I used to get up at 7:30. 7:30 बजे मैं उठती थी. 8:30 बजे तक I used to get ready. 9 o'clock my cab used to come. It was a 1-hour journey to my office. I used to go and punch with my right hand. I used to walk into the office. I used to come back at 7, punch it again, come back at 7, reach my home at 8:30 again, have my dinner, and I used to sleep. And this used to happen from Monday to Friday. Saturday used to go in sleeping and Sunday used to go in worrying about the Monday again. And I was tired. I wanted to do something. I wanted to chase my dream. I used to feel like I am blocked. I used to feel that my dreams are caged. I started feeling that no matter how much money I'll earn, when I'll die, I will not have that guts to face myself and say that I lived my life on my terms. Now, after working for a few months, I still remember that day. It was 6th of December 2013. I slept after having my dinner and suddenly I got up. I went into the kitchen. I had a glass of water. I went outside, and outside when I went, I was speechless. Then I walked back again to my balcony and there was a chair in my balcony. I sat on that chair. I could see stars. I could see moon. And there, I started thinking something. And during that 5 minutes period, an inner voice spoke to me, and that voice said, "Sfurti, how long you are going to continue with this? क्या होगा ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा? मरने तो नहीं वाली है ना? Let's try one more time." And the same voice told me that you may struggle for a minute, for an hour, for a day, for a week, for months, but one day, my time will come. And it is said that you should have both will and skill. Have to have will and skill, but your will should be powerful than your skill. And with infinite will and zero skill, I decided that day that I am going to pursue my passion. I am going to do something in cricket. I'm going to do something in writing. I'm going to do something in speaking. And there, the turning point came. And then this happened. On 18th of January 2014, this is still on my Facebook, you can check it. I wrote that I am going to write, here I declare, my first book would be on MS Dhoni and will be available in next 6 months. Now, why I have chosen MS Dhoni? Because, how many of you remember this shot? 2011, 2nd April, we won the World Cup. And during that match, I started thinking, इस बंदे में ऐसा कुछ तो भी है, अगर वो मुझ में आ जाए और मेरे जैसे हजारों लोगों में आ जाए ना, तो मैं भी वो बन सकती हूँ जो मैं चाहती हूँ. And I started finding out इसमें क्या है, how does he thinks, how does he keep himself calm under heavy pressure. What I can take from him, what people from small town can take from him. And ये curiosity ने मुझे generate किया, and this curiosity led me to write Think and Win Like Dhoni. I declared it on Facebook that I am going to write it, my book. You know why I did this? I knew it will be very tough. I knew it will be very tough to go and meet current Indian captain. I know a 23-year-old girl passed out from Bharati Vidyapeeth, computer engineer, no cricketing background. How he is going to entertain me? It's not possible, right? Because there are thousands of fans every day for him and they all want to meet him. But I've decided that I'm going to do it any damn how. And I set on a wild journey. I'm an engineer. So engineers are very good at jugaad. We can, the best thing about us is we can do anything at any place, at any time, in any possible situation. And अब मुझे बस ये जानना था कि अब MS धोनी से मिलते कैसे हैं. जब भी मैं किसी प्रॉब्लम में होती हूँ, whenever I'm stuck in a problem, you know what I do? I take out my rectangular idiot box, which people apparently call smartphones. I go to the menu, I go to the settings, I go to airplane mode, I put it on, I put the phone back, and I go and I find a solution for my problem. And मुझे पता था मुझे MS धोनी पे बुक लिखनी है, पर मुझे पता नहीं था कि मुझे करना क्या है. And it is said that you should just know what you want to do, how will come later. And I still remember that day, I was walking in Crossword SB Road, Crossword, soothing music, calm atmosphere. I went walking, and I went into a section called as autobiographies and biographies, and there I saw a book. I went and I opened that book, and the moment I saw that book, I thought I can get something from this book. This book was on Aamir Khan. I opened that book and there I saw an interview of Aamir Khan's school friend. And this gave me all the lead. And I've decided that now I can interview MS Dhoni's school friend, right? And as I told you, engineers are very good at jugaad. I called all my friends from Bihar, Patna, Ranchi and asked them, आपको MS धोनी के कोई स्कूल फ्रेंड का नंबर पता है? Do you know anyone? Do you know anyone? Do you know anyone? Do you know anyone? And you know what? कुछ लोग हंसने लग गए. MS धोनी पागल हो गई है. MS धोनी पागल हो गई है. MS धोनी पागल हो गई है. और कुछ लोगों ने कहा, हाँ मेरा फ्रेंड पापा के वो पहचान के तो है, बट वो आपका करा नहीं पाएंगे बिकॉज यूर थोड़ी पहुंच लगती है MS धोनी को जाने के लिए. But finally, there was a girl, her name was Priyanka. She gave me a lead. and it was Mr. Wasim, who was MS Dhoni's school friend. I called him and I said, sir, I'm 23 years old and I want to write a book on MS Dhoni. Can I come and interview you? He said, आप रांची आ जाइए, हम आपको मदद कर देंगे. I went with my mom. And the moment he saw me, he was like, lady, okay, I'm ready to help you. But first let me ask you a question. And I said, yes sir, ask me. And he asked me a question and he said, okay, so first tell me, is it your first book? He was looking at me, sling, 23 years old, small girl. I said, yes sir, this is my first book, but this won't be my last book. And I think this answer worked. He took me to Mr. Banerjee, the same coach which is featured in the movie MS Dhoni Untold Story. He took me to Mr. Banerjee. Mr. Banerjee gave me certain inputs. My book was almost ready and I was again confident. I thought, man, I can do anything and anything is possible in this world. This was June 2014. 2013 we started. This was MS Dhoni's school. I went there. This was MS Dhoni's quarters. I went there. This was my first meeting. She's my mom, who has always helped me. My dad was always against this because इतना investment करके आपको engineering पुणे से करवाया है और आप अभी छोड़ के book लिखोगे. So he was protective actually. She always helped me. And then this started. After doing everything, I thought life is set. I have done it. I thought everything will be according to me now. But this started. First rejection. Thank you for submitting your work. However, we find that it does not fit in our current publishing profile. Hence, we regrettably have to reject it. First rejection. 11th August 2014. Second rejection. Dear Ms. Sahare, thank you for sending your manuscript. We read it with interest, but it doesn't quite work in our list at this time. Second rejection. Few rejections were very, very heart-wrenching. Few rejections were like, they were suggesting me something also. Because here they have suggested me, okay, go and read this book and you'll get all the idea about publishing the book. Few rejections were, I was dying. I was asking them, tell me ma'am, what is my mistake? Why you are rejecting my work? I am a person who likes to work on my flaws and I'm going to work on my flaws. Tell me what I have to improve. So I wrote this mail. Thank you for your proactive response. I appreciate your decision. A 23-year-old me, 4 years back, though being a very optimistic person, I would like to understand any flaws in my project. But I did not get any response. So few rejections were very, very bad. Few rejections were quite good and few rejections were like they are telling you, go to hell. This happened till 1.5 years. Now just imagine my situation. I left my job. I left my engineering. All my friends are saying that you are fool enough, but they never understood that if I don't pursue this, I would be fooling myself throughout my life. My parents are always saying, what the hell are you doing? And now I going all the way to Ranchi, meeting MS Dhoni, interviewing him, getting all the right inputs from there and making a manuscript, and till 2 years nobody is accepting it. I was actually not getting what to do. But then again, I have this small habit. Whenever I don't find a solution of a problem, I take out my phone, I take out that rectangular idiot box, which we call a smartphone. I go to the settings, I go to the menu, I go to the Wi-Fi aeroplane mode, I turn it on and I put the phone back and I walk around for a solution. And this time, I was again sitting in a park and there I saw a person reading a news about Sourav Ganguly. And the idea triggered. How about writing a book and interviewing Sourav Ganguly? Again, an engineer who is very good at jugaad. I called all the sports journalists and asked them for Sourav Ganguly's phone number. And when I asked them for Sourav Ganguly's phone number, they told me, I got a number. And somehow, I got to understand that he is a busy person, but a very good person. And I kept requesting him, and finally, I decided that I am going to go and ask him for an interview. So it was 7th of July 2015, I went again to Calcutta with all the little money I had in my pocket, and I still remember that sight. I was at Kolkata airport. It was raining. My phone was draining out, and the person whom I was supposed to meet, his phone is switched off. I wrote down all the numbers of my family members, my brother, my mother, my father, just to tell them that I am safe in case my phone gets off. And I took a cab to Eden Gardens. I went to Eden Gardens and I saw Sourav Ganguly walking from there. Amazing personality. His red Mercedes with 5555 number was standing there. He kept walking, and I went to him and I said, "Hi Dada, this is Sfurti and I was calling you." And he said, "You wanted an interview on Dhoni?" I said, "Yes." "So, how long you are here?" And I said, "Till the time you give me an interview." He said, "Okay, come back to my home." Now, the same dream which I saw 10 years back, I always wanted to take Sourav Ganguly's interview at his home. And this came true now. After this, my happy face, And after this is his home. And after this, the course of my book changed. People took my book, people saw my book, and it was my business agent, Mr. Anuj Bhari. Because of him, because he believed in me, my book went to Jaico Publication House printed it, and then we launched it in a grand way. In just 2 weeks, the book was on top selling charts. We have sold more than 60,000 copies, and it is translated into more than 5 languages now. So in the end, I just want to tell you one thing. I don't know if you are an engineer or if you are a non-engineer. If that voice comes to you once in a while, ignore it. If that voice comes to you more than once, pay attention to it. But if that voice comes to you every single day and tells you to do something, just do it. Just do it. Now, when people throw stones at you, you have to collect them. You have to see what is wrong in them. You have to reframe them. You have to restructure them. And you have to then create this. This is the promotional picture. This is the picture which I've got from Dhoni's management. And this is how the book came. So I just want to tell you that you should have willpower, you should have skill, but your will should be powerful than your skill. And this is how you can go and get any of your goals. Just do it. It's easy. Just you have to pour yourself into it. Absolutely. That's it. I end my speech. Thank you so much.